Yo, what's up, everybody? Let me know how the audio sounds. It should be good. Little refresher-roo here. Let's see. There we go. Yeah, my delay's a little longer this week for some reason. What's up? What's up? Gonna be it's actually gonna get pretty cold overnight here the next couple days. Like single digits. So after this live I gotta there's like a gap between my AC unit slash heater and like my skirting around my house. I gotta close that up so like critters and stuff don't get in there. Gotta cover up my pressure tank for my well. My main pump is like covered up in the pipes, but yeah, and I gotta run some sinks and stuff overnight so nothing freezes on me. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty chilly here the next couple days. What you guys up to? What are you guys getting into? Negative 16C. What's that in America? Let me look that up. I'm curious now. Google. Negative 16C. Yeah, 3 degrees Fahrenheit. That's what, like, tonight, it's supposed to get down to like 6 degrees Fahrenheit. So we're close. Not like in temp right now, but overnight we will be. So I'm going to be real careful with my pipes. Part of me is thinking about turning my well off and everything and draining everything. And then just leaving the sinks open, and then when it warms back up, turn my water back on. But we'll see. We shall see. You guys getting into it? We're still working on the Revo. If you guys are here on Sunday, I started redoing my dad's original Revo 3.3. I put the motor back in. I just did that before the live actually, and then yeah, I figured we'll wrench on this a little bit. Got to put the servo boxes back on, the servos and whatnot. Hopefully the mini Creighton. Hopefully I'm on that first shipment. I should be. I ordered it like day one, like a few hours after they announced it. So hopefully that should be here next month. Assassinated for 2 weeks now. Yeah, I can't complain really, just because where I live, like it's real rare to get this cold. I think they said the last time it was this cold, or like gonna be this cold, was like 1977 or something. So, but the dangerous thing is like our pipes and stuff aren't made for the cold, so we gotta really be careful. But make it work. So as you guys can tell, I put the motor back in. I tossed the exhaust and stuff in ultrasonic cleaner for a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's definitely better than it was. Um, yeah, I'm gonna cut these zip ties, but I'm gonna leave some extra. So when this heats up and shrinks again, I might have to snug it up just a little bit more. But yeah, you got to get the servos and stuff back on. Um, I don't. I think I want to check the nickel metal hydride in there. It's probably shot for the servos and stuff. But I'll do that after I put it back on the truck because I need to pull the receiver out anyway. I'm gonna put a 2.4 in there because this is old school AM still. Yeah, I left all the electronics and stuff together here. So we're gonna do a little wipe down on these and then start matting them back up. Is this left side? This is right side, or left side, right side. But yeah, cold just sucks. I know I'm a big guy, but I'd rather deal with heat than cold. Anybody else order mini Creighton? Curious. Yeah, I went live a little earlier today just because I got some. I want to close up around my um, air conditioner, like I said earlier, and I want to get some things ready before it starts getting cold. Because before, I think, I know this doesn't sound cold, but you guys got to think like our houses and stuff are not made for this. Um, I think by 6 tonight, it's supposed to be down to like 35, which isn't that bad. I've felt colder, but again, we're not set up for that. And it's going to get colder overnight. So I got to get some stuff done after this. Just really don't want our pipes to freeze. That's the main thing. So the nickel metal hydride's down here. Again, it's probably shot. It's a super old nickel metal hydride battery. But again, I'll check that after I get these back mounted. This brush that's pretty good. Like a brass bristles. Hell yeah. He did upgrade these servos. These are because I don't think the original one came with these waterproof servos. I think he added these later. Because this still has the black mini servos and full size servo, the one side, but I think he upgraded the steering servos. Yeah, Jam, what's up, buddy? How you doing, man? If you guys don't know, if you guys don't know KGM, go check him out. Solid dude. I'm sure most of you do know him, but if you don't, go check him out. So we're gonna try to line this up. You gotta take these screws out the bottom here. Audio and stuff sounds good, right, guys? Just making sure, because like I said, I've been messing with all my settings and stuff, so not much, just chilling. Hell yeah, dude. If I knew you were just chilling, I would have invited you into this live, but I wasn't sure if you were doing family stuff or what was going on. So shorter one goes in the. Are they shorter? That's the same. But yeah, after this live, I really got to do some stuff to make sure my pipes don't freeze tonight and tomorrow. So we're gonna mount this one first. It would have been easier if I disconnected all this stuff, but you guys know how I do things. Yeah. Beautiful. Put screws back in. Okay, that's what I figured. All right, I was charging my phone before this too. There we go. Check my dog. We have a stray cat. That's part of the reason why I need to close up around my air conditioning that's up against the house because I don't want her getting down there or under there. So again, I'm not too worried about this wire because we're gonna replace that. There we go. It's snapped in. Let's go. Let's get a shrew in there. Hey, maybe we'll deploy later, KGM, when I get everything done outside. We play Battlefield, guys. I see someone commented that they're like, oh, work on a Revo. I'd rather whatever or whatever. I forget what they said, but they made it sound like these are really hard to work on. They're really not bad. Um, Honestly, the hardest thing is getting the mesh right with this weird motor mount. And again, I worked on this entire truck with a 2.5 and a 2. That's it. The only other time I use this little wrench is to take there's like the way these rockers work. There's like a peg that's threaded on the bottom, and to take this completely off, you have to hold it with the wrench and take out this top screw to pop it out. That's it. But pretty much the entire truck you can work on with just a 2 and a 2.5. So we still got to hook up the throttle linkage here, but we're going to do that after we get this all set up. So yeah, we still got to, this is for the brake here. This hooks to here, and then this little arm here pulls and squeezes the brake pads. It's hooked up to obviously your throttle servo, and you got your little link here. And as this pulls back, I might have this in wrong. Oh no, I don't. No, I don't. It has the spring. We're good. Took me a second. Oh, it's down for. Oh, what's up, Huck? How you doing, buddy? Yeah, we worked on this on Sunday, last Sunday, but just kind of not finishing it completely, but getting it pretty much done the rest of the way. So this, we got to take that cover off, set that in there. This same thing, but we're gonna mount this. Oh, it'll help if I took the screws out. I put them back in here just so I didn't lose them. Well, I actually got my heater in the garage going right now. It's not nothing fancy, just a propane one with the things that heat up at the top. But I need something today. Take the chill off. This screw has to come out. This is where the nickel hydride is. Yeah, and I think this battery's probably shot, judging by how old it is. Oh no, I don't have. Do I have to take? No, I don't. This actually goes underneath. Sorry, it took me a second. Yeah, I have the body. I have the body. And then my dad had this roll cage on it. He had a steel roll cage on it. Again, this is my dad's original 3.3 when they first came out. So I actually found some of his handwritten like parts and stuff that he wanted to order. I was like, oh, you know what? Let me clean that up and get it going again. So it was filthy. If you weren't here on Sunday, last Sunday, it was absolutely filthy. It was gross. I wonder if I can get this on without that. Wait, did I do this wrong? I did do this wrong. I do have to take that screw out. Why am I stupid? Because yeah, it does. The sandwiches in between there. I thought so. Why am I stupid? I don't know if I take that screw out though, because I just think this slides in from the side like so. I do. I am. I'm gonna actually have the one on the outside of my well running, the one inside, and a few sinks. So this is Mother Nature punishing me for making fun of KGM and all his cold weather. I gotta pull this skid plate off so I can put that screw back in, but that's not a big deal. Let's get these two mounted real quick. One. That's right. Yeah. They even said the last time it was this cold, like it's gonna be this cold, like starting tonight into tomorrow and the next day, was 1977. Let's take off the skid plate real quick. So we put this last screw in. All right, so now we're gonna knock this down. Again, I have to pull this off to check this battery, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that today because again, I got some stuff I had to do. Put this back on. Boom. Not too worried about the skid plate right now. Let's get this other stuff done. Let's see where my dog's at. He's laying there in the sun. Yeah, I tossed the exhaust and stuff in the ultrasound cleaner earlier. It didn't take all the grime off, but it took most of it. I didn't want to leave it in there too long. It was just easier to clean up after that. Then the fuel tank goes here. Gotta mount the servos. Let's mount those up. Hell yeah, man. Probably should have did this servo before hand. We might be able to finagle it in there, I think, with this box on there. But we're gonna do this side first. Two. DDM, you gotta go back to this handle. Like they're watching me. But Hunter, what's up, buddy? Doing some more wrenching on this old Revo. Boom. And again, these aren't the stock servos that came in it. He upgraded these when the waterproof ones came out. You guys can see the old black ones are still in here. They should be okay, but we'll see once we cross that bridge. This arm is in the way. Boom. Underneath. Good. All right. That goes there. We're going to mount these two on the bottom first, just because it's a be easier. Where'd my two go? Nothing much. Just got hands on a red cat ascend. Hell yeah, dude. You buy it new or second hand or what? Oh, wrong one. This is going to bottom. Push in here. We're not going to hook up the steering until we power it on. Obviously, we're going to zero everything out. It's pretty sick though, Hunter. I heard those are pretty fun. You guys excited about anything coming up? I'm actually more and more excited about that mini Creighton coming out. Actually, the more I look at it, the more I'm like, all right, that's actually going to be pretty cool. Ooh. So this next one has to go over here. I think I should have put that on before the box went on, but we may be able to finagle it in there. Steam machine? What about a steam machine? I have I have a steam deck. They released the price of that new steam machine yet? I think it's gonna be overpriced. What how everything's so expensive right now with computer parts. I think it's gonna be overpriced. If you guys think RC parts are expensive or RCs in general, you should look into building a computer right now. Those parts are insane. Unimite? I don't even know what that is. So we're gonna try to finagle this in there. Mike could finagle. Come on, finagle. Come on, finagle. No, I had a feeling I was gonna take this off. No big deal. Easy fix. Where's my 2.5? These. Now, we take one of these little guys right now. We're actually going to put it in the drill. If I can take this off, there we go. Put this back in here. 5 in here. Or 1 or 2. Another 2 in. But now that that's nice and snug, let's get this back on here. Make sure we're not pinching the. Nope. Okay. This is a 2.5. I do like how everything's just a 2 or a 2.5. No price yet? No. I still think it's gonna be overpriced. If it's over $1,000, like it's up, you're better off looking into ROG Ally Xbox because you can dock it and play on your monitor. You can what's it called? Um, you can play Steam, Xbox games, all the other launchers like Epic and stuff, and you're not just tied to Steam. With the Steam machine and Steam Deck, you're tied to only Steam, which is good, but like there's certain games you can't play. That's just my personal thought. If it's like 1,000 or more, they might. And there's other ones that um can do the same thing and be around the same price but do more. Get play back on. You got a brand new computer, very nice, dude. What's the specs? Line up some holes, put the skip play back on. Knock her down and proceed. Where is the um, Chigga, the Chigga. Put this little guard thingy on. Servo protector, I guess. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, we're not going to hook up the steering until I get power to it and zero everything out. We got to run the electronics through this little channel here. Put the little shifter things on and whatnot. So this is for your glow plug for the easy start motor. These are for here, and this is for the shift module thing. Some people take it out, I leave it in. I'm trying to leave this as stock as he had it. I did swap the shocks out though, because those were poop. Had some Integy shocks in there that were not very good. Or Integy, I don't know how they actually pronounce that, but beautiful. Then I have a little piece of tape covering where the sensor goes because I didn't want gunk to get into the transmission. Get this out. Don't remember the specs offhand. You gotta remember that, dude. You gotta let fellow nerds know what you're rocking, bro. The other thing I can remember is my processor. I know it's an i9. Um, I always forget because it's like a big number. But then this little sensor goes in here, like so. All this does is prevent you from putting it in reverse while the gears are moving. That tends to go out, or people have issues with it if it's not tuned right. Even if your RPMs are too high, this gear in here will have a little movement and won't let you shift. Um, but I think I only had one go bad on me out of all all the time I've had a Revo. So all right, so this right here, that thing that pops out and pops in, that's what puts it in reverse, and that hooks up to this servo here. And this goes to here, like so. Of course. That. And this needs to pops onto here, that little end. Then this goes like so. You never get notifications? Addicted, what's up, buddy? Busy printing? Hell yeah, dude. Don't want that too tight. There we go. We gotta hook up the throttle linkage here to the arm that pulls on the carburetor slide. And that's pretty much it besides putting a gas tank in, plugging in the easy start motor, and then seeing how everything works. I really think this battery might be bad, but time will tell once I actually hook something to it. So that goes there. So this might be kind of a bear to do, but we'll figure it out. So I'm gonna pull. I hooked the spring around here so I didn't lose the throttle linkage, and now it's gonna be a nightmare to try to get off. Yeah. So we gotta hook this in like so. Come on, throttle linkage. Come on, you're so close. This arm really in the way right now. There we go. Then we gotta just hook. We'll hook the spring up, and then we'll worry about hooking it to the servo. We may. What I'm gonna do is take this off again, so I have more play in the servo. I wonder if the servo is shot. Yeah, I think this servo's shot. I can't even turn it by hand. Oh yeah, he's locked up. Okay. So what we're gonna do is just pull this off, just so we can mount this back up, and then we'll toss a servo in there when we go to power everything up. Just so we don't lose stuff. Well, yeah, this servo is probably, when did the original Revo 3.3 come out? Like the original one? That's however, whenever that was, that's how old it is. So I have servos. We'll be all right. Just putting it back together for now. Beautiful. But yeah, throttle linkage is all hooked up. Springs back on. That's there. That servo's shot, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I just want to button this all up. I believe the only thing left is mount the gas tank or nitro tank, and that should be it. Because again, I'm gonna put a 2.5 in there because 2.5 gigahertz because still rocking the old AM antenna. You sold your DBX LE? Nice, dude. Think about a Funko now. Sorry, stream gain not as much as in the last, but thanks, buddy. I'm confused. Are you predicting a heart attack? It's a little heart attack. All right. All right, chat. It's just getting real. I know we still have to put the front shock tower on, but this isn't the right cushion thing here. This is actually made for the back, so it's actually that's why I mounted this upside down. Um, I had to order that part because all the ones I had were broken. Put the tank back in. Tank in. Got the fuel tube to the exhaust. That needs to be a little longer. That's too short. This on here, like so. Boom. Besides the front shock tower and replacing that servo for the throttle, or for the yeah, that's throttle. Yeah. Um, she she good. All right, what's new about you titties? But I appreciate you stopping in. But let's get we'll probably put the. I really don't want to without the right piece. Because again, this is for the rear. Leave the bumper off and just put this on. At least give it a semi-finished look. Two five, 2.5, 2.5. This bad boy started like, no. And get this bad boy in between here. Thread that needle. Oh, is this the... Oh, no, it's right. At first, I was like, wait a second. Wasn't threading. Using a Pro line ramps? Hell yeah, dude. What are you running? There we go. Now it looks kind of finished. Boom. And then this roll cage mounts like so. You had to take off the back skid plate, back bumper, and it mounts kind of like so. But obviously, you have to like remove some things to do it. But pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got loosen those up. Oh, it'd help if it wasn't backwards. So this goes like that, and boom. That's what it looks like with the cage on. I'm an idiot. It was backwards. But yeah, when you have your front bumper, the screws go through here, and then two in the back, where the shock tower is, and your body still fits. You have four sets, only two open. Not surprised. Really cool stuff. I'm making sure to check for new notifications for me. So I was catching up on chat. But yeah, this isn't done. Again, I think that server was completely shot. Gotta replace that. Um, check the Enigma hard drive battery and swap out the receiver to a 2.4. We're gonna run a Traxxas 2.4, but the good one, not the new one. I think their new controllers are they work, but they're feel cheap. I like their original 2.4 gigahertz that they put out. It just feels like a more solid controller. Like the new ones work. Don't get me wrong. It's just I'm not a. I don't. I think they feel cheap. RC crew, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we're actually winding down a little bit. We're gonna end this soon because I went live a little earlier today. Because if you guys didn't know, I got some stuff to do outside. I have to close up around my heater slash air conditioner around the house, so critters don't get in there. And then I gotta get ready for the cold that's coming because our houses here are not made for it, and it's gonna be cold overnight, like single digits Fahrenheit. Your 47-year-old child inside. Yeah, dude. I finally bought a set of the new wheels and tires for the Lightning. Oh my god, I can't wait. It's a 3D printed one. I'm currently painting it bronze to match. That's awesome, dude. Hell yeah. But yeah, that's why we went live a little earlier today. I got to get some stuff done before it gets cold. And it's not like southern cold, it's actually like cold, cold. It's going to be. So, but yeah, hell yeah. That was, came out pretty good. Again, there's a couple like that servo needs to be replaced and shit like that, but it's at least not filthy. It was horrible. RC crew, what you been up to, buddy? Haven't seen you in a minute. But yeah, if you're just joining, we just put the original 3.3 Revo back together. My dad used that. It was disgusting. So needs a couple more things, but overall, she's pretty much done. Cleaned it all up. Started it last Sunday and didn't touch it until this morning. I already put the motor back in before I went live. I think we're all kids, man. We're all playing with toy cars, really. But don't get me wrong, they're no joke. Especially you get fifth scale or even the smaller ones that go 50, 60 miles an hour. Like, people are like, oh, you play with RC cars? And they don't realize until they see one. They're like, oh, okay. They're no joke. It's freezing here this week. The weekend are low. Yeah, that's what tonight's gonna be here. Like 7. And during the day it's not bad. It's like 40. But the wind chill is like 30s. And then overnight is where it's scary. Like for here, like I said, there when houses and stuff aren't built for that. So I really gotta. I'm gonna run some sinks overnight. Run the well pump. I have like a faucet there. Run that and run the one hose thing on the house, and let those all go overnight. And hopefully we're good. I gotta on my well. We have the pressure tank. What I did last year. I have like a negative 22-degree or 20-degree sleeping bag I put over it with a garbage bag. So yeah, I got to do all that. I got to get ready. That's why we went live early so I can end it early, just to get on top of some stuff. Hanging there, recovering from the holidays. Yeah, dude, I bet. RC crew, we met at the pit, right? Is that where we originally met? I'm pretty sure that's where we met. Only place that really makes sense, I think. It's the only thing I miss in Jersey is the pit. The pit was awesome. Other than that, like, love it here. There's like no reason for me to go back, really. But let's see. Yeah, I think we're an hour in. Yeah, we're pretty much an hour in. Jeremy, what's up, buddy? Sorry, buddy. We're actually ending it. I actually went live a little earlier today. I had some stuff to do. So, but yeah, we're just winding down. We're gonna end it now. Sorry about that, bud. We'll catch you next time, though. The pit rock, yeah. There's a few places here though that you guys will see once the weather is not shitty. Um, there's two actually that are like a less than 5 minute side by side ride from my house. But all right, guys, we're gonna end it there. Again, sorry it was earlier today, but I have stuff to do. So let me uh let me get to it. Let me get that stuff done. Wish me luck for the cold. It's fingers crossed. Knock on wood. My pipes don't freeze, and I'll catch you guys soon. So wherever you're on the world,